Hello, everybody, and welcome to On the Edge. And time to talk about our programs coming up for this week. Hi, I'm Mark Bryant, talking to you on behalf of the Big South Conference and the Edge, presented by State Farm. And this is the list of what's coming up for the week of November 7th through the 13th, and plenty. And I definitely want to begin with women's soccer, because we are in progress in the championship as I record this. The quarterfinals began Thursday the 6th. We told you about that last week. But Friday the 7th, which is our record date here, so later today as I face the camera, the 7th of November, the semifinals. And that's going to be VMI against Radford. That's the 4:30 kickoff, and the 7 o'clock kickoff will be Coastal Carolina, the top seed, against the host team, High Point. So a couple really interesting matchups, in-state rivals for VMI Radford, the 2 and 3 seeds in the tournament, and then Coastal versus High Point. High Point with the only mild upset seeding-wise of the tournament when they beat they beat as a 5 seed the 4 seed Charleston Southern. So it will be Coastal against High Point, VMI against Radford. Those are the semifinals for Friday, and then they'll have a day off, and they'll meet again. The final will be Sunday at 2 o'clock. All of those on the Edge. If you haven't caught them yet, by all means tune in. If you can't be there in person, you want to be there on the Edge following these matches. Great tournament, and they're doing a great job hosting at High Point University. Our compliments to those folks. So let's go ahead and turn from women's soccer to men's soccer real fast, because their season is winding down too. These are the last regular season games we'll have for you. Saturday the 8th, Asheville at Liberty. So UNC Asheville at Liberty at 1 o'clock kickoff, and then High Point at Winthrop. That's a 2 o'clock kickoff. And then we'll have all the seeding come together, because starting next Thursday the 13th, it's the quarterfinals game scheduled for noon, 2:30, 5, and 7:30. Then the semifinals will be Friday the 14th, and the final, the championship, will be Sunday the 16th. So look forward to that. The championship's coming up in men's soccer here in the next week, starting with the quarterfinals on Thursday the 13th, and that'll all be coming to you from Coastal Carolina, Conway, South Carolina. That will be a very exciting series of soccer games. By then, of course, we'll know who the women's champion is. We'll see who the men's champion will be. The week that's after that is going to be the volleyball championship. So there in the stretch run, a lot of good matches coming up in the final weeks here of the volleyball season. And we've got a few of them here for you on the Edge, starting with Friday the 7th, Liberty at University of North Carolina, Asheville. It's a 7 o'clock start for Liberty and UNCA. And then Saturday the 8th, Asheville hosting again, this time with Radford visiting the Justice Center, and that will be a 2 o'clock start. Turning to Veterans Day and Tuesday the 11th, pair of matches for you. Liberty at High Point, 7 o'clock. Coastal Carolina at Winthrop, also 7 o'clock. So a pair of evening matches for you on Veterans Day. Then we'll have a couple more on Friday, the 14th, and Saturday, the 15th. But that'll do it for the regular season volleyball, because the championships for that coming up November 21st through 23rd. The championships for all those sports, let you remind you here, good opportunity. Go to BigSouthSports.com. Championships available by the day or by the full tournament. You can order for women's soccer, men's soccer, volleyball, and of course all the remaining regular season games available by the game as well. And what has that left us? Well, that's left us with football. So let's turn to that. And my goodness, we only have a few weeks left here as we come down the final few games here. Presbyterian at Charleston Southern. It's a 1:30 kickoff, and a lot of eyes will be looking in Lexington for Liberty at VMI. 1:30 start for that one, and the Flames and Keydets. That should be a very interesting game, and we will look forward to seeing that one. And then folks all around the country will be watching Coastal Carolina at Gardner-Webb. That's going to be on not only on the Edge, but also on Masson. And it's going to be on ESPN Game Plan. It's been picked up for that, so some pay-per-view audiences out there can get it. They can order it, of course, from us here streaming on the Edge, or can find it through some of their cable and satellite operators. And so Coastal Carolina and Gardner-Webb, that one going far and wide thanks to the folks at Masson. It'll be replayed on Sports South, so a lot of attention being directed to Boiling Springs for Saturday at 3:30 kickoff for the Chanticleers and Runnin' Bulldogs. And then we'll have 4 games next week on the 15th and 3 more on the 22nd, and that's it. So you're looking at the last 10 streaming football games, 3 of them Saturday, 4 the next week, 3 the next week, and that closes out the gridiron slate on the Edge. And with that season winding down, you know that something else has come up, and it's basketball. It's hoops. We got a lot of hoops fans out there, love their Big South. You know, it's just that little something extra. Football season ending, basketball season starting. It's like you ordered a sandwich and they brought it to you with crumbled bacon on top. You weren't expecting that. It's just a bonus. Here we've got some of that extra for you. All these seasons blending together. Basketball. If you've watched closely, we've had some kind of exhibitions as teams are testing out their streaming capabilities from the basketball arenas. We got another one coming in here. Women's basketball, University of District of Columbia at Radford. So that'll be coming up Saturday at 3 o'clock. We had a couple others go by in the last few days. So by all means, keep checking the basketball. Some of these are coming up sort of ad hoc, if you will, but we do know that what the regular season holds. The full schedule will begin on Friday the 14th, and we're talking about full slate of all the home games for the Big South teams, men's and women's basketball, and those individual games will be up for order starting Monday the 10th. But in the meantime, why wait for the individual games? Go get the packages. The packages are there. They're the best value, especially if you plan on watching a few games. Men's basketball, women's basketball, or get them both. Get the winter pass. You'll have both in addition to the indoor track and field championships. So all that available at The Edge, BigSouthSports.com. The Edge presented by State Farm. And we thank you for watching. Want to remind you, if you want to get a hold of us for any reason, you can find me. This is my email address right here, markb@bigsouth.org. If you have any technical problems with these streams, I want to let you get in touch with the folks at Fan Support with our web hosts and streaming platform. It's Fan Support at jumptvinc.com, jumptvinc.com. Send them an email or just cut to the chase and give them a phone call, toll-free, 877-967-3267. That's Jump TV Fan Support for our video streaming. So thank you all for tuning in. Send an email if you have any questions or things you'd like to see here with On the Edge. That catches you up, and we hope to see you again often here with your update on the Big South Conference online video source, The Edge, presented by State Farm. Thanks, everybody.